Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is Wednesday, and of course that means today is the more routine weekly update day for MW3 and Warzone. And boy, we got a lot of stuff to break down today. We've got new in-game updates, we've got out-of-game updates, all sorts of things to break down, and we're gonna jump right into, well, actually yesterday's patch notes, because some things have changed. You may recall that yesterday we had a sort of surprise update go live in Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. Warzone's was initially just bug fixes, and then in multiplayer we saw a bunch of weapon updates for different conversion kits. The AMR9 saw a buff. There were other specific updates there. Well, about an hour and a half after that update went out, people started to realize, hey, wait, all these changes that they said were for multiplayer, with the AMR9 fire rate being increased and all these other conversion kit changes, these are in Warzone as well. So for whatever reason, it was not communicated properly that this was a global weapons update. So just a quick little heads up here, all those changes that we discussed yesterday, the Holger 556 Jack signal burst buff, the Sidewinder buff, the AMR9 buffs to its conversion kit and its standard rate of fire, which actually give it a slight buff and make the TTK a little bit more reliable now, while also reworking the damage. All these changes are also live in Warzone as well. So we did see these happen across the board. They were not just multiplayer specific. So honestly, pretty cool update all around. These conversion kits, if you want to mess around with them, will be a little bit more effective now. And then the AMR9, which we already talked about being one of the best SMGs in the game, even got a little bit better. So that's cool to see there. Now, over the past couple of days, COD Updates has also provided us a couple of additional patch notes as well. This one is, for me personally, is incredibly important. I know for a lot of you, it's important as well. New updates live in Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. The process of correcting the locked HRM9 magazine attachments is ongoing. As this fix rolls out, players should start seeing the attachments appear as unlocked. So they actually posted this back on January 18th that they were looking into this, and certain players would be getting this rollout update that would unlock their 20 and their 50 round mags. Most people care about the 50 round mag, and for days I wasn't getting it. Mine's been locked since day one, since I mistakenly max leveled it on day one. My bad, I guess. But it just wasn't unlocking. After they posted this tweet a couple of days ago, mine has since unlocked, and I've seen several other people, several other of you guys comment saying, hey, mine's unlocked, just a heads up. So if you have had this attachment locked and you've been trying to use it, it should now be rolling out, and so I would definitely recommend double checking. But a big one here, you can actually use the META LOADOUT for the HRM9, and if you're wondering what that is, feel free to go and check out my top 10 loadouts video. But this should be updated for most players, and if you haven't had this update yet, it should be rolling out here in the coming days. And then also another one that I see a lot of you guys talking about in Modern Warfare Zombies, they are investigating an issue preventing the fluctuation camo challenge from progressing with the TAC Evolver. This is to get 10 kills without reloading 10 times, something like that. But here's the thing. It seems like this challenge in specific is bugged across the board. I've seen people say it's not tracking for MW2 guns, different MW3 guns, and obviously the TAC Evolvers. So there's a greater issue going on here that they need to sort out, but they are investigating this. They are aware of this. I've seen a lot of players saying, hey, why can't I get this challenge done? I'm trying to go for, my mastery camos on the Evolver. It's stuck. I can't progress anything. Hopefully this one's fixed soon, but if it's also applying to other guns, maybe it takes a little bit longer because there's something else wrong with this tracking in specific, but at least they are aware of it. By the way, as we're breaking down all the updates and changes today, quick reminder, if you are new to the channel or you simply haven't subscribed yet, feel free to change that. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, because every single day I got you covered with news, updates, patch notes, meta breakdowns. It's all right here. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. It is always really appreciated. Much love to everyone who does take the time to do so. Now, alongside these surprise patch notes yesterday, we also ended up seeing a slight new ricochet / anti-cheat update, but it's really an anti-toxicity update, I guess. Kind of an interesting blog, but nonetheless, it is a slight update here. So code of conduct update. Basically, they're just saying that they're not tolerating any form of, bullying or harassment or anything in game. This includes through voice chat, which they do have like the sort of monitor on, but it's only for like, the bullying and harassment stuff, but also with the text chat as well. So communication with others, whether using text or voice chat, must be free of offensive or harmful language. Hate speech and whatnot is unacceptable, as is harassment and threatening another player. But you can still trash talk. You just have to do it in a way that's reasonable. It's a competitive game. There's going to be trash talk. So I see a lot of players confusing that. Why can't we talk trash or anything like that anymore? you can do so. You just can't do it in a ridiculous way that's not necessary whatsoever. But they do see the text chat, and they will enforce, restrictions on that. Moderation findings, they talk a little bit about how, hey, we're using this voice moderation system to make sure that players over voice chat aren't saying these outlandish things. We were able to identify several trends that have helped evolve our approach and methodology on moderation during the voice moderation beta period in North America. So the enforcement, more than 2 million accounts have seen in-game enforcement for disruptive voice chat based on the code of conduct. I do question this some because I'm sure you guys are well aware with the whole spam report issue and like the shadow ban problems that we have going on in game. It kind of defaults, if you get like spam reported a couple of times, it defaults to saying, hey, your voice chat access has been limited. And it doesn't matter. You could not have talked on a mic once ever. I get comments like this all the time of people saying, hey, I don't use my mic and they, limited my voice chat. It's probably because you got spam reported and the system just defaults to that. So I do wonder what's going on with that and the accuracy there. I'm also a little concerned about this. For disruptive behavior found by our voice moderation, only 1 in 5 users reported the behavior. So the voice chat moderation found 5, instances of someone saying things they shouldn't, but only 1 person reported those 5 people, or one of those 5 people. So showing an unfortunate trend that players often do not report in-game instances for disruptive behavior. In cases that go unreported, our system allows us to take action against players who violate the code of conduct. Active reporting is so critical that so players can raise any negative situation they encounter. To encourage more reporting, we've rolled out messages that thank players for reporting, and in the future we're looking to provide additional feedback to players when we act on their reports. The only thing that concerns me here is that they're encouraging more reporting, which is going to lead to more spam reporting because that's a broken system and they don't address that system. So that could be a little bit problematic there, but basically just going over their voice chat moderation, how it is picking up things how they intend. I am a little concerned that, that sort of award for reporting, if you will, but nonetheless, there has been some updates to the code of conduct and the anti-toxicity program here. Now, of course, being that it is a routine weekly update this week, we do have our final set of weekly challenges now for season 1. As you can see, it says the season ends in basically 14 days now, February 7th. And when you complete this week's challenges by doing any 5 between multiplayer, zombies, or battle royale, you end up getting a brand new blueprint for the MTZ-762, the urgent business blueprint. Honestly, doesn't look like anything too crazy, but if you're going for the coherent camo, obviously this is going to be a universal camo and pretty rare after this season. You'll need to complete this week's challenges alongside all other weeks as well. But this week initially for multiplayer, it's going to be like all aftermarket part based. So generally get 20 operator point blank kills with a recommended weapon. You're going to need to get 20 operator clean kills with the Jack signal burst equipped on the Holger 556. Luckily that was just buffed, obviously. Get 15 headshot kills while using the Jack Bullseye on any recommended weapon. So you could do that on, a fully auto gun, whatever is going to make life easy for you there. You need to get 3 operator kills without dying 5 times with the Jack Etten double barrel kit on the AMR9. Luckily, that was also just buffed. Get 5 operator long shot kills using the Jack Beholder rifle kit on the tier. That one's pretty straightforward. Get 20 operator ADS kills while using the Jack Headhunter carbine kit on the Rival 9. Again, pretty easy. Also just got updated a little bit with the recent update. And then lastly, get 15 operator headshot kills while using the AOK 4x RQ9 Recon equipped to a weapon. This is actually the same optic from last week that was bugged, so hopefully that one tracks initially here. For zombies, you'll need to end up getting 500 critical kills with a recommended weapon, 200 kills with the Jack Signal Burst equipped to the Holger 556 Pack-a-Punched, 5 special zombies kills with shotguns, kill a warlord with a recommended weapon. That one's a little bit more difficult for sure. Get 300 kills while using the Jack Thunder LMG kit on the Sidewinder while Juggernog is active. Get 200 kills with the MCW 6.8 while Stamina Up is active, and then also get 50 Merc kills while using the Jack Headhunter kit on the Rival 9. So you can definitely get a couple of these done in one game together, but if you're doing the weapon specific ones, you might have some issues there. Lastly, for Battle Royale, we do actually have 7 challenges this week as opposed to the usual 6. So the first 4 are going to be pretty specific. Open 20 normal or legendary chests in the various different regions, the Northwest, the Eastern, the Central, or the Southern. Then we're also going to have the challenges of place in the top 10 5 times or complete a covert exfil that doesn't exist unless that's coming in the playlist update, which will happen in an hour, and the end of this video will have that, obviously. Complete 15 contracts. You can do that in Plunder, also super straightforward. then get 40 operator kills or kill assists with a recommended weapon. And then of course you can mix and match, do 2 in battle royale, 2 in multiplayer, and 1 in zombies if you wanted to. Just do any 5 of those and you'll get the new blueprint. And then if you've done all the other weekly challenges, the coherence camo as well. Now another new part of today's update is the next part of the boys event. We've got the boys VOT week, which gives us another general event here that is in fact just XP based. So if you just go through and you earn XP, you'll end up getting all these rewards. So this one is super straightforward, super simple, no additional challenges or anything like that, but you do end up getting a new weapon sticker, a double XP token, a new large decal, a double weapon XP token, a charm, a large decal, a new emblem, a new calling card, a new consumable with the double battle pass XP, and then also the end goal is going to be this new making heroes super camo. And that of course is what this looks like here. It's just like the VOT logo sort of just plastered all across it, but this is going to go on until next week. It ends next Wednesday, obviously, with the final season 1 update, and like I said, a much more straightforward event just because it's XP oriented. And then lastly, we do have a new playlist update as well. So initially for multiplayer, we're looking at the 10v10 mosh pit. Souped Up is obviously still live with the boys event. We've got Shipment 24/7. Team Gunfight has now made its debut. We've got Modern Warfare 2 mosh pit, and on here we actually have the addition of Greenberg Hotel. This was actually leaked in a video that I'll be posting later on this week. We mentioned this and how Observatory is leaked, so add some credibility there. So they are adding in some more MW2 maps to that. We also got the war mode, gunfight, cutthroat, ground war, and invasion available there. If you're wondering where headquarters is, that's likely dropping in next week, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. And then on the Warzone side of things, admittedly, this is a pretty straightforward playlist update, nothing too fancy going on here. For the featured, we've got BR quads, lockdown quads, and plunder quads. So both plunder and lockdown are live. That's always nice to see. You can sort of pick your poison there. We've also got for standard battle royale, Urzikstan quads, trios, duos, and solos per usual. For resurgence, we got a lot going on here. We've got resurgence quads map rotation on Urzikstan, resurgence quads just on Vondel, resurgence trios just on Ashika, resurgence duos on Vondel and Ashika rotation, and then also resurgence solos on Vondel and Ashika rotations. So you got plenty to choose from this week across resurgence. Then BR is always very standard there, but yeah, that's the general breakdown of the playlist update for this week. And that being said, that is going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, you want to guarantee you're always up to date with all things going on in COD, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.